All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to build a high-performing sales team and how you can scale with the right team as well. Your sales team isn't just part of your business, it's the engine that drives the growth of your business. The right people can transform your pipeline, they'll be able to close high-value deals and free up your time to focus on the bigger picture. The wrong people, well, those guys can stall your progress, create inconsistency, and drain your resources. Scaling your metallic epoxy flooring business requires more than great craftsmanship. It demands a great sales team as well. So let's look at why you need the right salespeople and the impact that they'll have. A skilled sales team does more than boost your numbers. They'll boost lead conversion rates. They're going to expand your reach, whether that's breaking into new markets or targeting premium clients. They also free you to focus on leadership. Instead of juggling leads, sales, and your actual business operations, you'll be able to concentrate on strategy, scaling, and delivering top-notch results while they're out there selling for you. Your sales team isn't there just to close the deals. They're actually building the foundation for your business to have sustainable growth. Now, something that you'll want to do is align compensation or what you're offering for compensation to be able to attract clients to the position that you're offering. Compensation isn't one size fits all, and that is a good thing. Tailored pay structures allow you to attract the exact type of sales talent that your business needs. When you do performance-based commission, this is really an ideal commission structure for energetic, results-driven door-to-door reps who thrive on incentives. When you look at a salary with bonuses, it's a great fit for seasoned professionals who know how to land those high-ticket deals with precision and professionalism. And then you can always look at doing a hybrid model between performance-based commission and a salary or monthly, those will combine the stability and the incentives, which will actually attract a higher and wider range of talent while still being able to count on good results. What that ultimately looks like is having somebody on salary, but also being able to count on them to deliver results because they're going to get a commission when they close jobs, So to attract the best, your plan needs to reward expertise, incentivize performance, and align with your business goals. When you get this right, you're not just hiring salespeople, you're creating a competitive advantage. This is where strategy meets execution. If you want to attract the best sales talent, you need to start by understanding one simple truth. Compensation is communication. The way you structure pay doesn't just determine what kind of salespeople apply, it sends a clear message about what you value as a business. So why is compensation so critical for sales recruitment? Competitive pay means you're going to end up with a competitive team. Here's the deal. Talented salespeople, they know their worth. They've closed deals, they've hit quotas, and they've proven themselves. If your compensation doesn't reflect the effort and expertise that's required, they're not even going to consider joining the team. They're not even going to apply at that point. And just think about it from their perspective. A skilled salesperson knows that what they're going to have to overcome, which is going to be objections. They're going to have to build trust with your clients, and they're going to have to close deals in an industry where decisions aren't made on impulse. That is a ton of work. To recruit top-tier talent, you need to offer more than just good enough pay. You need to create a package that rewards effort, incentivizes performance, and communicates that you value their role in growing your business. That's the message that you need to send. It reflects your priorities. The way that you structure pay isn't just about the numbers. It's about what you prioritize in business. So there's two main strategies here. You can do commission-heavy structures. These models are all about performance. Salespeople are paid based on the deals that they close or the leads that they generate. It's ideal for high-energy roles like door-to-door sales reps, where volume and hustle are key. When you use a commission-heavy structure, it signals that you value lead generation and that you're willing to share the rewards for strong performance. And it attracts motivated go-getters who thrive on the thrill of closing deals. The other payment structure is salaries or retainers. This structure caters to experienced professionals who specialize in high-ticket sales. When you use this compensation method, it signals that you prioritize professionalism, consistency, and the ability to close premium deals with finesse. And it ends up attracting those seasoned closers who can actually excel in the longer sales cycle and high-stakes negotiations. This is something that I do suggest epoxy guys look at, really ultimately a hybrid, but something that you need to look at is that in the flooring business, sometimes those sales cycles are longer in any construction business, So when you're offering a retainer and salary, I would even say, a low commission. When you offer both of those, you're going to get people who are good and can handle the longer sales cycle, but also will close and drive performance, So when you're trying to choose the right structure, ultimately, like I was just talking about, depends on what your business needs most. Do you need volume or do you need value to the business? If you're focused on casting a wide net and getting as many clients as you can, commission-heavy models might be the way to go. Commission-heavy models reward lead generation and they create a cost-effective structure. If you're focused on targeting high-ticket projects and making as much money as you can, experienced professionals with stable compensation will help you land premium deals with confidence. The guys that know that they're good are going to want to be paid good as well. So it's something to consider. Now that you understand why compensation is so important and how it shapes your team, let's take a look at how you can align those structures with your specific business goals. Compensation, again, isn't one size fits all. The structure that you choose determines not only who you attract, but how well they'll perform. The key is to match the pay model to the role, okay? A commission-based model for door-to-door sales, it's perfect for high-energy reps. The pros are that it motivates performance, and there's a low upfront cost. You're not paying a salary unless results are delivered. So that makes it cost-effective for you to generate leads. The cons are that you risk a lower quality lead without proper oversight. Some reps might be focused on quantity over quality, and that can cause problems for your business. Or, like I mentioned, experienced professionals, they aren't going to want to really do a commission-only role. It just becomes uncertain, and there is a lot of uncertainty with that. So when you're in a commission-only role, it can be rough. I've been in those positions before. But yeah, the door-to-door commission-only structure, it does work best for volume-driven strategies. So when you're doing door-to-door and you just got to go through, it is good to do a commission-only on that. If you're talking about someone that's running your lead generation campaigns on social media, commission-only might not really work for that person. When you look at salaries or retainers, this is going to be for the people who are seasoned and who can excel in closing high-ticket deals. These professionals they can handle complex sales cycles where trust, expertise, and finesse are essential. One of the pros of offering a retainer is that it's going to attract top talent. A stable salary or retainer, it's going to appeal to those experienced closers who value the predictability of that salary. And then you can also expect predictable results. Because the professional in these roles are skilled, you can actually count on them. Some of the cost is that it's going to cost more. Like I mentioned, you get what you pay for, essentially. It is going to cost you more to have this experienced person, and they're going to expect more than a commission salary. But paying a salary or retainer is going to help them feel more comfortable working for you. And then another problem is that if you're not performance-based, you are going to have to find a way to keep them motivated, stay on track with them, have meetings with them, keep them a part of the process. It might look different in different positions, but a lot of times the guys that are competitive and focused on winning, they are going to value the performance base, so they get paid based off of how good they are. And some people actually, like that. You don't want to think that people don't like that. People do like that. The salary or retainer model, it's ideal when your business focuses on high value projects. And this is why it's something that I suggest for epoxy guys. It would help you out in the long run too. Instead of giving 10% of your jobs all the time, just pay someone, a decent amount of money to stay and do your sales. Something that I've mentioned a few times here is a hybrid compensation model. This structure combines the best of both worlds. It's a stable base salary paired with performance-based bonuses. You just want to make sure that you're adjusting those. If you've got a good salary, you don't want a really high percentage, like I was also just mentioning. This becomes a flexible option that appeals to a wider range of sales talent. It's a flexible option that appeals to a wider range of sales talent. The hybrid model offers a safety net for salespeople. They end up getting security with the baseline income plus the opportunity to earn more. And it does encourage top performance. Those bonuses, like I mentioned, will motivate them to exceed expectations. It's really best for businesses that are looking to attract ambitious newcomers and experienced closers. The hybrid models are versatile and adaptable, making them a strong choice for businesses that need balance in their approach. And if you can't afford a good salary, then just make the commission higher, make it a bigger commission, and you can play around with these. But what you would want to do is just make sure that you align these structures with your specific business goals. So that way you're able to attract the right talent and maximize the results of the strategy that you want. Ultimately, the way that you compensate your sales team it's not just about the numbers. Whether you're casting a wide net or focusing on high ticket clients, your compensation strategy will shape who you attract and how well they perform. The main thing you need to ask yourself, are you focused on volume or value? If you're focused on volume and you're wanting to generate a high number of leads, you need high energy, fast paced sales reps. Compensation for these roles should be commission based, which incentivizes those reps to maximize their outreach and their close rates. If you're targeting fewer, higher ticket deals, you want to focus on experienced closers who specialize in premium sales. These professionals excel at managing longer sales cycles and landing high value clients, but they will require a higher salary. And that's just the main point I want to drive in. They are going to require a higher salary, but they're going to bring the expertise that's needed to close complex premium projects like epoxy flooring. If you're in the growth phase, volume might be your priority, but if you're trying to scale your business, focusing on value and premium deals becomes essential. And that means you're going to want to focus on experienced closers who are going to want retainers. So how do you balance your growth of your business with the budget of your business? A well-compensated team is definitely an investment, but how much you can afford and what you're willing to commit will shape your strategy. How much cash flow can you allocate to salaries, commissions, or bonuses? Are you looking for cost-effective short-term solutions or reliable long-term performance? Once you have those answers, you want to come up with a plan. A commission-based structure might be easier to implement with minimum risk, but it can lead to inconsistent results if you're not managing them properly. If you try to launch a commission-only door-to-door sales team, you're going to want to make sure that the expectations are clear, that they know exactly what they need to do, how many doors they need to knock, how many sales they need to get, all of that. And you need to be on it and managing it. If not, they're just going to fall to the wayside and they're going to get upset that they're not getting sales. And again, you just need to make sure that you're really supporting them because they don't have the experience to do it on their own, or else they'd be asking for a salary if you can't tell through the general tone of the conversation. A salary-based model with performance bonuses is going to ensure that you get predictability and they get predictability. But for you, it does require a higher upfront investment. Finding the balance means knowing how much you're willing to invest now to reap rewards later. It's not just about affordability, it's about the return on that investment. Once you've clarified your goals and budget, the next step is to align specific roles with the right compensation structure. Door-to-door sales reps, this role is all about lead generation and casting a wide net, so compensation should focus on volume and performance, which would be a commission-only performance-based model. Offer a 10% commission on every closed deal that they bring in. That's a really good option. Just offering that, again, just a flat fee commission. Sometimes some people argue that you should and could even offer them even more if you really can't afford a high monthly retainer, but you could afford like 30% of the job just to get people in. With epoxy, this is kind of hard because of margins, but just factor in your margins and see like what's the most that you could give somebody and try to really cut them in and make it good for them. And I guarantee you that, if they just got to go and sell a couple of jobs and they're making more money than they've ever made in their life, they'll probably work really good for you and probably not really go anywhere else. A lot of it is all based on how you compensate people. When you do that, and the same thing too is like if you just don't trust the person, it's just going to keep the cost low up front. You will have to spend some time and you will need to make sure that you're training people, like we said, but it does encourage high energy and it encourages results, which is what you need in the end. And then it helps them. If you can find a high ticket sales specialist, these experienced professionals, they're really good at closing deals. These are the closers who can handle high value clients and do this with professionalism. A higher base salary with additional bonuses for closing those high ticket projects would be ideal. Something like a $50,000 base salary with a 5% commission on deals over $20,000, $10,000 for flooring. That structure will attract top tier talent that's capable of managing long sales cycles like we've talked about. You could also look at getting a sales manager. A sales manager's compensation should reward leadership, team performance, and consistent growth. A base salary combined with performance bonuses tied to the team results. A sales manager is going to be a manager that is in charge of a sales team. And so this is further out, looking out in the bigger picture. A great compensation plan is only effective if it's communicated clearly and paired with well-defined expectations. Let's talk about setting the stage for success by aligning your team with these goals of yours. Clear communication is the backbone of any successful sales team. Even the best compensation plan will fall flat if your team doesn't know exactly what's expected of them or how their efforts will be rewarded. Ambiguity kills performance. If your salespeople don't know what's expected of them, they won't know how to deliver either. You want to be specific. Are they selling to residential homeowners, commercial property managers, or high-end luxury clients? And then you do want to set your KPIs, set measurable goals, and like the number of leads generated, deals closed, or total revenue brought in. And then you want to establish a clear roadmap for how they should approach prospects, handle objections, and close deals. When roles and responsibilities are well defined, your team knows exactly where to focus their energy and how their success will be measured and how they'll be compensated in the end. You need to show your sales team how hitting targets directly translates into rewards they care about. Example, if they close a deal for $20,000, you earn a 5% commission bonus. And then you can break big goals into manageable steps. Smaller wins to build up momentum is a great idea, and then building excitement for larger rewards as you keep going. If they close a $50,000 job, bump that up to 10K or 10%. I'm sorry. By connecting effort to tangible results, you create a sense of ownership that drives your team to exceed your expectations. Sales is competitive, and recognition can be just as powerful as monetary awards. You're going to want to celebrate wins, whether they're big or small, and make sure that your high achievers feel valued. This looks like taking them out to outings, like, taking them to main event, or even just taking them to any type of dinner, making sure that you call that out at your quarterly meetings. You name them and say, have a leaderboard and mention it, or also just offer higher commission tiers for consistent overperformers, overachievers. Recognition doesn't just motivate your top performers, it actually inspires everyone else to step up their game too, especially when you do it right. Another thing that you can do to keep people motivated is ensure that you're offering them training and support, especially when you're doing a commission only. Like I mentioned earlier, when you do commission only, you really want to invest in their growth. And when you do that, it shows that their success is your priority. Try to look at getting some good onboarding programs. You can train your new hires on your products, the processes, and who your audience actually is, so that way they can hit the ground running. And then do some sales training with them. Offer them workshops and resources about objection handling or just some more advanced closing techniques. And then the other thing that you can do is one-on-one meetings, whether that's weekly or monthly, to discuss challenges, offer them feedback, and then just adjust strategies, help them out, guide them the right way. When your team feels equipped and supported, their confidence and results, they're going to skyrocket. So now that your team is motivated and aligned with your goals, the next step is evaluating their performance effectively. Let's take a look at how you can track these metrics and ensure continued success for your sales team. Hiring the right salespeople is just the start. To ensure your team delivers consistent, high-quality results, you need a system that can track performance and that can provide actionable feedback and that it can adapt as your business evolves. Metrics are the heartbeat of sales performance. They tell you exactly where your team shines and where they need support. One of those things that you want to look at is close rate. What's the percentage of leads that are being converted into clients? A high close rate shows effective sales techniques, while a low one signals room for improvement. If your guys have low close rates after going door-to-door knocking after a month, you might need to look at improving some of the stuff that they've got going on. But you need to be tracking that conversion rate, that close rate. What's the average deal size? Are your team members consistently closing high value deals, or is there a potential to upsell premium options? If they go out, are they only offering flake when they could be offering metallic? It's something that you need to be able to look at as well. And then also, what's the time to close? How long does it take from the first contact to sealing the deal? If they're door knocking, hopefully they can close while they're there. If not, does it take another 3 months? That's something that, there might be some obstacles in the process that you have set up that you maybe could refine and get it to where you could close those door-to-door people a little bit faster, a little bit sooner, and make it a little bit more predictable. But you need to be tracking all of this. By keeping a close eye on these metrics, you can pinpoint those bottlenecks and celebrate wins. Something else you can do is use feedback loops. Metrics without feedback is ultimately just numbers. You don't want to just send numbers out. I'm guilty of this. I sometimes just send numbers out and people don't even know what's going on. So, but you need your process down to really be able to do that. So regular constructive conversations, that turns data into actionable improvements. When you set routine check-ins and you schedule those monthly, quarterly one-on-ones, you can discuss progress and you can highlight their strengths, which lets you celebrate their successes. Recognition, that's going to boost their morale and it's going to motivate them for further success. And you can also, in those check-ins, address weaknesses where you can provide clear, actionable advice, such as refining objection handling or improving their follow-up timing. Those feedback loops with your client, with your salespeople, it creates a culture of continuous improvement, which helps your team evolve with your business. You want to make sure that they keep up with where you're going. Another thing that you really want to think about is the guys that you've had for a long time that are actually able to consistently deliver results. Those guys are invaluable. So you really want to make sure that you're showing them that you value them and reward their loyalty, offer them raises. Don't be afraid to increase their salary or base pay, especially for the guys that have proven their dedication and effectiveness. And then you can also start to introduce tenure bonuses. You can provide perks for milestones like hitting 5 years with your company. You just want to recognize loyalty. And when you do that, it boosts morale and it encourages retention. It'll let you keep your sales team longer and avoids you having to train new guys that aren't going to be able to perform, and you'll go through these phases back and forth. It's just something that you want to avoid. A high-performing sales team isn't just nice to have. It's the backbone of your business's growth. When you start to invest in the right people and align their incentives with your goals, you'll create a powerhouse team that delivers consistent results for your business and is driving long-term success for your business. What you need to do is take action today. It's time to stop planning and start building. Your dream sales team won't assemble itself like you're in the Avengers, but with the right steps, you can make it happen. You need to define your business goals first and foremost. Again, are you focused on high volume lead generation, high ticket deals, or a mix of both? Your goal is going to determine the sales roles you need, whether that's door-to-door sales rep, experienced closers, or both. And then once you know that, then you want to choose your compensation structure. Do you need volume? Go commission heavy. Are you targeting premium clients? Offer competitive salaries with performance bonuses. You need to set clear expectations from day one. What's their target audience? What KPIs are you going to be measuring them by? And offer them competitive pay that reflects the effort and expertise required. Don't insult them by offering them a lowball offer. Don't wait to start building the team that will take your business to new heights. The sooner you act, the sooner that you're going to see results. Make sure that you start investing in the right salespeople. The right sales team isn't just an expense. It's an investment that pays dividends over and over again. When your team understands the why behind their work, they'll go above and beyond to deliver results for you. When you invest in professionals who deliver, you're doing more than increasing revenue. You're strengthening your brand, stabilizing your pipeline, and laying the foundation for that long-term success. Your business is only as strong as the team driving its growth. Start building your dream sales team today and set the stage for your future of stability, growth, and success. If setting up compensation plans, defining roles, or finding the right people feels overwhelming for you, you're not alone and you don't have to figure it out on your own. You can join my exclusive Facebook group for metallic epoxy flooring contractors here. And inside that, you'll get access to proven strategies to recruit top-tiered sales talent, tools to design compensation plans that not only attract, but also retain professionals who deliver results, and insider tips on how to build a high-performing sales team without adding unnecessary stress or admin headaches to you. Just take the next step today and join that community of like-minded contractors who are building a stronger business with the right sales teams. Your goals are within reach, and together we can make them a reality. Let's transform your sales process and take your business to the next level starting today.